Producer Doug here.
Yeah.
This is another episode of Jimmy Jams. Jam it or slam it. Oh man, what's up with it, Jimmy Jam? How you doing today?
Oh man, I'm doing just great right now. Yeah, I'm loving this. We doing a what you call it? Jimmy Jam?
Jam
it
or slam
it?
That's right.
Oh man, we gonna do a little bit of both, but mostly slamming.
Hey,
This time.
well, you know, it's all fair in slams and jams.
That's right. I mean, hey, this is gonna be a review on a Yelp review on steroids.
Amen.
Okay,
That'll work.
I'm telling you, this is an interesting show. It's going to be interesting, very interesting. So, for the fact that you have big companies out there, large companies out there, try to take advantage of the little person.
Yeah, maybe that's how they get big.
Well, I am only 5'5" on a good day, so I'm a little person.
But dude, you like 10 feet tall with everything else, so that's all good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, on today's review, Jimmy Jam's Jam It or Slam It, we're going to discuss today a real situation that Jimmy Jam had to deal with, and it's unfortunate for him as well as unfortunate for this big company because I'm going to tell you right now, they get ready to get slammed, okay?
Oh, big time.
Okay. So let me just say this. We're here in Michigan, and it hurts me to my heart when I think about one of our big companies here in Michigan that's not doing the very best for every customer. And unfortunately, they done it to Jimmy Jam.
And you know what? This particular company's got all the commercials with the little sweet little kids and and then they're all happy and whatever. Where in turn they're actually not really good people that's running this place. Okay, and I dealt with the general manager. Okay. I'm not gonna mention his name, Joshua Cork. But the general manager, but yeah, I've got something to say, and it's not going to be nice at all about the company name Magic Window. Yeah,
Not magic.
no, it was no magic for me.
Hey.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hey, absolutely. So usually, we'll go into products that are a little more affordable. Like you can just go to a store and buy this, or get on Amazon and buy that. $100, $200 products, right? But we're talking thousands. Jimmy Jam, what kind of numbers are we talking about on this window situation?
We're actually talking close to $30,000 on windows, and that's not all the windows in my house that had to get replaced. I got too many, so I couldn't. I can only do some. I can only do some.
But you know what? The windows that you needed, I think those was at the side where there's a lot of sun.
Front, right. A lot
sunlight.
of sun, the front and the side, but I didn't replace the back. I'm going to hit those later.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think you'll use the same company?
Hell no would be, a good answer to that. Heck no, hell no.
Well, look, let's, we want to be fair because if we're going to slam a situation, give a slam review, let's give the audience some details. So how did you find this company?
Well, of course, they do a lot of advertisement. And of course, I called several other companies, interviewed a few companies. I actually felt more comfortable with this company because I know they've been around for a little while, and the products. I like the product because the type of window that they were selling, but I found out later there's other people sell the same darn windows, which I wish I'd have done some more research after I found out who I was dealing with. Needed windows for my home. Been in my home for 25 years now. I had it built 25 years ago. It was just time for some new windows. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, found this company. Like I said, they're very popular. You see the commercials,
legendary.
Whatever.
It's
Magic Window, legendary. I'm like,
they're big.
Oh,
They are like the number one supplier of windows and some. They're just huge.
Right.
And what trips me out is when you expressed to me what was going on, I was like, that company?
Yeah, I was surprised myself because everything went well. I dealt with the salesperson. it all, it went well. I thought he gave me a really good price. And supposedly this guy is the guy they send out who does like big businesses, right? He's the he does corporate type stuff. So they sent him to, I don't know why they sent him to me, but they thought it was a big deal to they wanted to send their big salesman to me. His name is George Verstrady.
Okay.
I had no problems with this guy at first. I really liked him. I liked him so much. He had his father does some painting. I was going to contract his father to paint my home inside and out. That's not going to happen now.
Right.
But
his father's going to be pissed.
Well, whatever, man. I met his father. His dad's a nice guy too. He's a nice guy, and he presented what he would like to do.
Hey, is it that blind painter you were telling me about?
He's blind to me now. Anyway,
that was good.
Yeah. Well, anyway, back to the windows. The whole process in the beginning was great. Set up the windows, whatever. But I had an issue with my blinds, right? Because once they changed the style of my windows, I was worried about replacing my blinds, and that would have added on another $3,000 to $5,000 just to replace some blinds. And in the end, that's how much it cost. I got estimates for like $4,500 just to replace 7 blinds for 7 windows. Okay, and I really didn't want to pay for that much more money for some blinds. So as a matter of fact, I got it here. A work order was done on October 25th, 2023. My windows didn't get installed until April 30th, 2024. Now, back in October, I called the finance company because the gentleman, I told him I wanted to pay cash for these windows. I didn't want any bills or anything like that, but I told him I wouldn't be able to get access to the money until a certain date. But so to appease him, I said, okay, I'll do part of financing, but it's going to, as soon as you guys finish installing the windows, I'm paying them off that next week or whatever. So when we got to I thought about it for a few days, and I forgot about my blinds, and I thought about my blinds, right? So I called the finance company. I said, I'm not going to go through with the deal, right? So of course they had to reach back to, communicate with the
window company.
Yeah, the window company about this. So I get a call from Josh, the general manager, Josh Cork, right? So basically,
now wait. Let me ask you something. This new name, Corkscrew.
Oh my gosh, that was good. Because once we talked, Cork screwed me. Okay, for real. This man, when we talked about that, he's saying, well, the deal was a big deal, a large deal. They didn't want to lose it. That don't worry about the blinds. We will fix. Whatever windows that the new windows don't fix, they'll purchase the blinds for me. And here's a work order right here. I don't know if you can see it. Whatever. Here's a work order for six windows. Actually, it was 7 windows because they forgot my garage window.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the work order right there for that, because we're going to talk about that more later in the thing. So, but once I spoke with Mr. Cork at the time, I was pretty satisfied that they were going to do exactly what they were going to do. It's like, okay, we'll go through with the deal.
Now, big companies, you would think that, even if something went off the rails, they can afford to cure the problem.
Right.
It's
right.
Think about it. You're the largest window installers, basically. And you get enough work to justify taking care of a customer that's been kind of misled or not completed properly. Now, there was I'll let you go ahead. Go ahead.
No, basically, now we can fast forward to, now getting the windows installed. Now, this is exactly what happened. Now, I had 21 windows installed that day. Now, they waited till the end of the day because it took them quite a while to install all the windows. So the last window they waited was the biggest window in front of my house on the second story. Okay.
That's the one that you see straight right off from the
right
from the street.
From the street.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see a picture. I'm showing you a picture right now of my window where
Hold on, push it forward.
Push forward. Can you see that?
So now what's that on the bottom?
That is some foam insulation that's hanging out. Okay, this is the problem here, that they never completed the trim of the window. So that's why you're seeing all this foam and all this stuff hanging out.
So that's like the fiberglass, or is that spray foam stuff?
That looks like that spray foam stuff. That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
that's
they could have just taken a knife and made it look better.
But to see, not only that, it's supposed to be trimming around. It's supposed to be some aluminum or vinyl trim around the window.
Okay.
So no debris or anything like water can seep in through this and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Well, anyway, this is what happened. I'll show you another picture. This was at the end of the day. My wife and I were sitting in the kitchen admiring our new windows on the first floor, blah, 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 thinking that these, the workers did a great job and all that good stuff. So got approached by the lead person on the crew. He said, we have a problem. So he goes, show me a problem. And I have stucco, as you can see on the window, this stucco all around, okay, the window. He showed me an area that was, if you can see that, that he said once they put their ladder up against the stucco, it made this indentation and damaged the stucco. And
no, hold on. Now look, I'm not an expert in construction and home repair or anything like that. But even I know that if you have a ladder on a stucco or on one of those boards that are horizontal, you can put a large piece of wood to take the pressure away from that one spot. Hold that up again, because I want to see what that. Okay. Dang, I'm feeling.
So look, the corner of their ladder did that.
Geez, I feel like, where's the bailiff?
Well,
I feel like I'm a judge here.
Exactly.
Hand me that picture right there. Okay, I see it here.
I've owned rental property for almost 35 years, and when did whatever, it's like to put a board up against something so you don't ruin the wall. It doesn't matter what it is. You put a board in between. Yeah. So I even made that suggestion after the fact when they told, well, let me get to this part. They said, well, they ruined it. I'm like, and I looked at it, I'm like, oh, I said, it's no big deal because I'm going to get all this repainted anyway and repaired. I'm going to get some type of fancy design put on the stucco. Anyway, so don't worry about it. Go ahead and finish the trim. So 20 minutes later, right, the lead worker comes in with this form, wanting me to sign off, and basically he's saying here, customer to have stucco repaired and magic to come out and put on the trim at no charge. I'm like, well, wait a minute, repair the stucco? You guys are the ones who damaged it. So I'm looking here, the dude is doing a switcheroo now because I'm thinking it's switch a screw. I'm like, it's at the end of the day, it's like 4 something. They've been out to my house all day long putting in these windows. They wait till the last minute to do this. Now, there's a problem. Okay, there's a problem, but you guys caused the problem, right? You guys caused the problem. Well, we don't want to do it because I'm like, well, don't worry about it. All you got to do is this one. Why don't you guys don't? So we're trying to give ideas why don't you just do this and just get it up there. Just do my trim, man. Don't worry about this because I'm getting this redone anyway. So again, he comes in with this, so we're going back and forth. And I'm like, he talking about, sign off. I'm like, I'm not signing off on this, dude. I'm not signing off. I said, what would you do? I said, would you sign off on something if you're not technically finished? Why would I sign off on this saying that the job is finished when it isn't? Okay?
You didn't get your trim.
No, I didn't get my...
All the man wants is this trim.
That's all I want to get trimmed. That's why I got married. And still don't get no trim anyway.
But you were relying on the window company to give you some trim.
That's right.
Even they shafted you. They screwed you.
They corkscrewed me. Man. Yeah.
We laughing to keep from crying.
Exactly. But I didn't sign off on the windows. And I called the salesman. I'm like, look, George, his name is George. Like, look, man, they're saying they can't, I told them the story about what was going on. I don't feel like repeating myself because you guys just all heard it. He says, don't worry, we're going to send more experienced installers out there to repair, to put in the trim. Don't worry about it, okay? So time goes by, a couple weeks, nothing. Then a month, I'm like, George, blah, blah, blah. when there's somebody coming out, and he says, don't worry about it, we're sending somebody, And this went on about 3 times I talked to George. Okay, right? Then someone from the office said that, you called me a couple weeks later, said, well, you're going to need to get your stucco repaired. This is what it says. Get your stucco. I'm like, no, you guys I told him, you guys damaged the stucco, but I'm not making a big deal about that. I just want the trim done because I'm going to get this some
nice
a new, something new put on that stucco anyway to make it look nice. So don't worry about it. Well, okay, I get a call. I don't have the dates in front of me. I get a call from this assistant. This was on a Tuesday. I'll never forget. She says, well, we're going to send someone out there Friday, right? I'm in Sam's Club shopping, right, on a Thursday evening. I get this call. We're going to cancel and blah, 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 because you need to get your stucco fixed before we can come out there. And, man, I was upset. I'm going to be honest with you. I was kind of upset. And I find myself, I was raising my voice. I'm like, wait a minute, you just called me the other day, said, what's the problem? Well, sir, you have to do this. I'm like, oh, no. She's trying to feed me some stuff. It's like I was just not going for it. So, yeah, I raised my voice at her.
So she wasn't a salesperson?
No, she wasn't a salesperson. She was Cork's assistant. Okay. I didn't get her name. Okay. Well, anyway, talked to her, yes, and this was about a half-hour conversation. And I'm like, I'm in dumbfounded because, like, you guys just can't. Are you serious? I got to get my stucco repaired that you guys damaged in order for me to get this trim work done. It's like, it was just amazing me. Well, anyway, of course, I wouldn't live it, but yeah, I wouldn't say I was loud, but I was agitated. I'll just say that.
How about this? You were very not quiet.
I was very not quiet, but I made sure to tell the lady at least 4 times in the conversation, I said, ma'am, I'm not taking this out on you. And I don't want you to think I'm taking it out on you, but it's like, this is very upsetting. I've been trying to get this done, get my window fixed. I said, lady, I live in a neighborhood where people are very snooty, okay? Where, the houses cost, and I gave an amount how much the homes cost in the area. And it's like, these people, they'll report me to the association and I'll get fined. And I don't want to get fined. I need my window fixed. Look at that stuff hanging out. Trust me, my neighbors.
Oh boy,
my neighbors. Yeah,
that's looking like that's a violation of the HOA.
Dude, they'll tell on you if the little light bulb in your gas light on your lawn is out. They'll write you up for that because that has happened to me once and never gonna happen again because a bulb was out for a day. So these are stringent. Their rules are, the association rules are in the subdivision for some people. If you know where I'm going with that.
Well,
we don't know what to say, but anyway.
Hey.
But it's a decent neighborhood, and people are very finicky. I'll just say that. And
now your neighbors, your neighborhood, everyone over there, they sip tea with their finger, the pinky in the air, kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'm just joking.
But
no, seriously,
I'll just say they're finicky. They're kind of snooty. They're uppity. These people.
Well, but you know what? Let me kind of comment on that. As they should be, I guess.
Well, yeah.
Because that's how you keep home values up.
Well, exactly.
That HOA, all that stuff.
Exactly.
So, it's one of those things you need to keep the values up.
Well, can I say this? And this is not totally off the script, but just giving an example how the association is. Well, anyway, you have some people that moved in the neighborhood. This is about 5 years ago. This is right in back of me. My neighbors in back of me. There's some new neighbors on their side. Let the grass grow too high, weeds and whatever. And they called the association on them. And they ended up, and this took about a couple months, but the association sent someone out there to cut their lawn down and get rid of the weeds and all that and put a $3,000 lien on their home. $3,000 lien. Yes. That's how serious these people are in this neighborhood. Wow. They don't want your grass growing. I don't blame her because it's like, man, we're all trying to keep our stuff up. If whatever you lived before didn't, I don't know if you had grass or not, but we got grass here in this country. I'll just say that. But
hey, let me ask you this.
Yes,
now,
sir.
I remember we were I don't even remember where we went, but I picked you up and we were talking about the windows, and you mentioned that the HOA they're a stickler about what type of windows, what materials.
Right, exactly. When I first moved in my neighborhood, you could not have any vinyl windows or fiberglass windows or anything. Okay, you just could only have wood windows. But the problem was after like 10 years, you notice a lot of the homes, depending on who the builder was, because there were like 3 builders within that 150 home subdivision. Well, anyway, you had windows that were rotting out. The wood were rotting out. So the association changed the rules for that, and people started getting some siding or the vinyl windows or the fiberglass windows or whatever. But they were real sticklers. Before that, it's like nope. Because of, like you said, the home values and all that, they wanted everything a certain way. Okay, even your landscaping, they wanted a certain way.
Now let me ask you. Now, without that trim, that's like on a roof. There's what they call flashing, right? Where it trims out around the chimney, certain pitches of the roof, where they all come together or something. Right. Now, I wonder how they would respond if there was a big Michigan rain and water was getting inside.
You know what, I'm glad you brought that up. Mr. Court told me when we had a conversation, he told me that since I don't have any trim, that they wouldn't be responsible for any damage. And I'm like, I don't see how that could be a case. That you guys won't, didn't put in the trim. I'm trying not to go to the point where I got to get attorneys involved, whatever. That's why we're doing this slamming thing here now. Okay, don't want to go. I'm going to try this first. Okay, but they're saying any damage, whatever. But the window's been checked. And just to say this too, I've had a couple contractors come out to look at it because I wanted that, to get this, get that stucco thing done anyway, to get, like a siding, like a vinyl type brick look or whatever. Anyway, came out, well, actually 3 companies, and one of the guys looked at it and he said, don't let them get away with this. He said, there's no reason why they couldn't have put the trim on that window. Okay. Well,
that's like selling you a pair of shoes and without the laces.
Oh my gosh, you're not kidding. Exactly. Well, the company that
we'll send those laces over to you later.
That's right.
On.
Well, later on, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, this has been man. We even gotten to the conversation I had with the general manager after the fact. After I had a conversation with his assistant. And the way she presented it to him is like, I just yelled at her and called her and bragged about how much my house costs and all this stuff. And I'm like, whoa, dude. And he's like, talk to me, talk to a man like you talk to my assistant. I said, I guarantee you, sir, if I was in front of you, would be a lot worse. A lot worse. I promise you. And it's like, God, he's acting like he could bully me. He's acting, and his attitude was like he wanted to get into a fist fight with me.
Yeah,
here's a general manager, Joshua Cork, general manager, talking to a customer like this. So whatever his assistant told him, she just blew it all out of proportion. And I explained to her at least 4 times, like, ma'am, I'm not taking this out on you, but I'm upset that I can't even get this trim done because people are looking at my house, pointing at my house, and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to get fined, blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's coming. Because they walk up, I know some people don't have anything to do if they're on the HOA.
Right.
So they busy themselves by looking for violations.
Well, this is the thing, and I've already talked to the HOA. I presented to them the situation. They understand. They gave me 90 days. Okay, to get it rectified. So thank you. I'm not going to say what subdivision I live in, but yeah, they gave me 90 days to get it resolved. So I got time, and I'm getting all this repaired. Not only that, the company that I hired said, well, don't worry about it. We'll put you, because I told them what was going on. They said, don't worry about it, so you don't have to deal with them anymore. We'll put up the trim. We'll do the trim for you for free.
So did they leave the pieces at the house? They're just in the garage or something?
No. They didn't even leave any trim because what they did. Magic Window, they have a big truck where they have all the equipment in the truck, and they just make the trim as they go. They got a machine inside them.
Got you.
Yeah, inside their truck to do that.
Okay.
To do, and most, I guess, companies that do siding have the same type of deal. But, the company that I hired, they're going to do the trim for me because they said they don't want you to have to deal with it anymore. But now I have another issue, and we're going to go back to my blinds now. I want my blinds replaced. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I had the conversation again with this court guy, and it just was not, man, it was like very interesting to have a conversation with a person that is highly up in the company that act like he wants to challenge a customer to a fist fight on the street. I can handle myself, dude. He don't know me, right? It's like, you over the phone. To me that way. Right, exactly.
Damn,
it's like, dude. Come on, man. Well, anyway, but it was just very unprofessional. But that's where we're getting to basically I'm slamming them already, but we're going to get into a little bit deeper. Yes. It was just the whole ordeal was very upsetting. And it's just unbelievable. A large company would even do this. A person in his position would even talk to a customer like that. But I think it's more deeper issues than that with this guy. It's like, who does this think he is? That's right. People understand what I'm saying. People who know, they know what I mean by this.
Man.
Again, I live in a certain neighborhood where, hey, man, people called police on me because I'm walking my Yorkie down the street. And that has happened. Well, anyway, I had to throw that in there to paint the picture, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah. I mean, yes.
I mean, it is what it is.
So what do you think? I guess if you were a little old lady, they'd probably coerced her to just go with whatever they threw up in there. But, you would think a company like this, what is it, Magic Window, you would think they would want to magically make this problem go away.
Yeah. Well, see, I've tried to, yes. I mean, I tried to make several phone calls to the salesman, to Mr. Court, to try to get to let him know, let's get this done. Let's work together, blah, blah, blah. Won't return my calls or anything. I presented.
Bet you if you were trying to buy some more windows.
Well, it's funny you say that.
Okay.
I got a call last week about me finishing my windows. I got a call from
put the screws to you now.
Right. I got a call from
windows?
I got a call from, his name is Max, as a matter of fact. I have Max's number. Okay. I told him the situation. It's like, man, you guys are calling me about replacing the rest of my windows when I haven't even gotten this done. And here's what happened. Of course, they pretended like, wow, this and wow, that really happened. Wow. And of course, I tried to call Max back too a couple times. He won't answer my calls now. I know I've left him a couple messages. Wow. It's interesting. And then I get a call. This is the truth. Got a call yesterday from another Magic Window representative, right? I'm walking in the park, right? I'm walking in the park and getting my exercise. Anyway, I get a call. I told him, he says, I'm from Magic Window, blah, blah. I said, I got to sit down for this conversation. So I sat down and told him what was going on as well. And because he was supposed to say his position where anyone has gotten their windows done within a year, he's checking to see if they're happy with the job and blah, blah, blah. So I told him exactly basically what I'm telling everybody now on this particular segment about what happened. He claims he'll get back to make sure somebody's going to get back to me and rectify it. But yada, 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 I heard all that before. And I told him what I was going to do. I was going to do a Yelp review on steroids. And this is that review. Because I want everybody to know. I want our 27,000 followers to know. And I told them, I said, we got 27,000 followers. I'm going to make sure. And growing. And I'm going to make sure they all know not to buy any products from Magic Window ever.
Man.
And I made sure, and I was serious about that. Now I got to say this too, because I may not look smart, but I'm a Michigan grad. See, there's the ring from Michigan. U of M 87,
there you go.
Economics, Business, Finance. Anyway, I made a call to my attorney to make sure that I can do something like this. I told him what happened, and I wanted to do a review. And I wanted to use my podcast as a format to do the review. And she simply told me, as long as you just tell the truth, I'm telling the truth. And that's it. So I have nothing to worry about. I'm doing a review. She says, you're just doing a review. It's the truth. It's the truth. Don't worry about it, you know?
Well, and like I said, we the whole premise of this show is to do product and service reviews.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So in this case, they gave you a product and the service.
I guess I'm not happy. Well, obviously I'm not happy. I'm definitely not happy with the service that I received from upper management. I am not. And I'm not happy with the product because they left one of my windows in disrepair, and it looks crazy. It looks crazy. It doesn't look good.
It's not befitting the neighborhood.
It's not fitting the neighborhood at all.
Yeah.
Like I said, these people are snooty, man. And they, some folks, anyway, I don't want to go there. But I make sure to keep my stuff up so they can't say anything.
Right.
And I've always been like that for 25 years, because people, anyway, I'm not going to say what I want to say. But, so, it's been a crazy ordeal with this magic window situation, and definitely slamming it.
Oh, man.
Slamming magic window. Slamming the management, slamming Josh Cork, slamming the salesman, George Verstrady. Those are the two I dealt with. I'm slamming and even though I didn't get her name, Josh Cork's assistant for whatever she told him to get this guy riled up.
Wow.
I'm telling you, man, I'm the nicest guy in the world. I really am. I think I'm the nicest guy in the world. I'm understanding.
Second nicest.
Okay.
All right.
You're right.
Well, it's a matter of opinion.
Okay, gotcha. But when I told the guys, hey, with the stucco, I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm about to get this fixed anyway. I'm about to do something different anyway. And then when guys switched it around as if it's my problem. Not only that, I got to tell you this too. I don't want to forget what Josh Cork said. He said, your stucco is rotted. That's why there's no such thing. Stucco doesn't get, man, I wish I can get this.
Wait. He said what now?
He told me my stucco was rotted, and that's why they couldn't. And I'm like, are you serious, dude? Stucco doesn't rot. You just don't want to finish the rest of the job. He told me my stucco was rotted. But this is the key. This is where he screwed up. The salesman comes out, sells you the product, right? Then they have a guy comes out to do all the measurements and check to see around what is needed, right? If my window was rotted, the guy who did the measuring and checked to see if everything was okay would have pointed it out.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
So nothing was wrong. See, this is where it's good. This is the thing. Because maybe I look like I look. I'm not a Michigan grad. Then I'm stupid.
Okay.
But if I'm living in a certain neighborhood, I can't be too dumb. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't be too stupid. And it's like, dude, what do you think? What do you take me for?
Well, now you're getting real riled up right now.
I am.
But you're actually on low gear or low volume compared to when you first told me about this. You said, Producer Doug, my next review is going to be about these damn windows. And I'm like, well, what's up with the windows? Because, we hadn't talked about it since maybe 6 months ago, I guess. But dang, man, I'm really sorry that happened to you.
Well,
and that's what they should be saying.
Well, this is the thing too. I'm just a little ticked to these people because this is a multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar company. Who am I? I'm nobody. So they figure you can just tell me anything and treat me like crap, and I'll just go away. Nope, I'm not going away. I have a format that I can let a whole bunch of people know. This is what you might have to deal with too.
Now we're based in Michigan.
Yeah, yeah.
And our core audience kind of developed out of the Michigan sports thing. So yeah, I think y'all might want to speak with Jimmy Jam and kind of rectify this. And it's only the right thing to do. Come on, y'all.
I mean, my thing is like I don't have a company like that. Have somebody like a Josh Cork represent them as a company. I'm really like surprised. I mean, it must be family. That's the only thing I can say. But it's been an interesting situation for me. Crazy point of contention. that I have to even deal with this. You know, I've never dealt with this before, man. I've had services done. You know, I'm not gonna always be happy, but to this point where the general manager calls you and basically talks trash to you.
Hey, wait. You know, you didn't mention this part in his being verbally accelerated or elevated with you. Didn't he say something about a lien on your house or something?
Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up, man.
I get it. But
I told him, I said, technically you guys aren't finished, so I'm not going to pay you. I said, dude, I want to pay you guys. I got cash. I want to pay you guys because I don't want any bills.
Yeah, you get that out the way.
I told him I want to pay you guys. I said, but I'm not going to pay anything until the job is done. Well, he says, well, I'll put a lien on your house. He says, better yet, I'll call the city and make you get the stucco fixed. I'm like, you threatening me?
Boy.
Yeah, he actually said that to me. Not only that, he said the conversation was during the conversation. He said the conversation was being recorded. I said, I hope it was being recorded because if you actually heard it, you heard me say several times to your assistant that forgive me, I'm not taking this right. I'm not taking this out on you, but I'm upset about the situation. So I knew he was a liar then because if you'd heard it, he was like, okay, he's just an upset customer, blah, blah, blah. He said he wasn't taking it out on you. I'm like, why would I take it out on an assistant? But when you're calling me, telling me for the fourth time, you're going to tell me that you're going to get my stucco, get the window trimmed, and then you tell me twice that you're not going to do it. The last time you're not going to do it until I get the stucco fixed, and which you guys damaged. I just don't get it.
I hope it doesn't rain anytime soon. I mean, I don't know all the details of the materials and stuff.
Yeah.
But you would think they would want to safeguard that and just get it out the way.
But
this has been a while now.
Well, he said that they wouldn't be liable. That's what he said.
Whether they're liable or not, something about the reviews, your reputation,
right?
It's worth the whatever it costs,
right?
I mean, they just throw money out the window. Hey, get it out the window.
Out the window. But yeah, this is interesting. That's why I wanted to use this format to let everybody know. If I were you, I will never do any business with Magic Window. I don't care how many nicey, awesome commercials that they have. That's all it is a damn commercial. Trust me. It behind the scenes is not what it seems like, because guess what? I've dealt with the behind the scenes. You don't want to deal with a company like that because you got tons of other companies that sell windows too. Okay?
Hey, man. So I guess when you really look at it, other than being slammed, this window situation has become one window pane. I thought of that while we were sitting there.
That was good. A window pane. Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Hey, so listen, Jimmy Jam, this was intense because it happened to you.
Yeah, it actually happened.
And yeah, that's just screwy.
Yeah.
So I know we got some other reviews coming up. We're going to come back to the studio maybe in the next couple of days because there's a couple of products that like somebody sold me a hairbrush. And they told me that it was. I told him I wanted to look like Jimmy Jam.
Oh, yeah.
I said, hey, man, hook me up, man.
This is just a weave, baby. You can get a weave.
Ain't no weave.
This is just a weave.
That ain't no weave. Beweave that. That ain't no weave. Well, I'm glad we can laugh about this, but it's serious.
No, it's, yeah.
And I'm sure Mort Krim, the voiceover guy, and heck, he ain't gonna want to do any more commercials for you guys.
I don't think he's alive anymore. Mort Krim is. I don't think he's alive.
Oh, really?
I don't.
You have to look that up because I don't know.
Yeah, my phone's turned off.
every now and then I do voiceovers, and I don't want anyone to say, "Hey, that's Doug." Doug's associated with that Acme company that made those widgets that are wrong.
Right.
All right, man. So. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Well, producer Doug, I just wanted to thank you for letting me get this off my chest. Okay. even though my chest is covered up with my ascot.
Yeah, it still looks good.
Anyway,
Let's see the Ascot company. We don't have to.
Man, I like my Ascot company. I get
right.
mine's made. Get my Ascots custom made, baby.
Hey,
You know,
man, your
I just
Ascot,
told that lie.
Your Ascot.
my Ascot.
Your Ascot.
Yeah, my
Some
Ascot.
fashion. But your windows are a pain,
Man,
dude.
my windows are definitely a pain. That's pretty good, man.
Hey, man.
You
hey.
a funny guy.
Oh, no. Well, anyway, man, so they officially get the trombones and the snare. There you go. I like that. I like
two thumbs
that.
down.
Yeah.
Magic window, 2 thumbs down.
Yeah.
Josh Cork, 2 thumbs down.
Right.
And sorry, George Verstrady, I gotta give you a thumb down.
Okay.
Okay? Because
Well.
you a sweet talker, dude, but you didn't back up your talk.
Yeah.
All right?
He's in sales.
So, yeah, he's a sales guy. Yeah.
Smooth. He's smooth.
Yeah, he's smooth. He's smooth.
All right. Well, cool. That's this review for the day. I wish we had a positive thing to say. Hey, maybe, and sometimes we'll have to do this. If a company rectifies it, you know, I mean, we'll let that be known as well.
Right.
I mean, it's only fair.
Well, yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna definitely do. I'm waiting for the company who's gonna put the designer stuff over my stucco. I'm waiting on them because they really treated me nice and really gave me a really good price.
This is the other company.
This is the other company, and I won't mention their name until they're done. I want to give anybody a great thing now until they're done, and I want to be able to give them a great review because the way they treated me, I mean, it's been great so far.
So those 7 blinds are still in the air.
There's somewhere they're not on my windows. So I'm still waiting to hear about the blind.
Would you say they robbing you blind?
Man, they robbing me.
Oh,
Man. Oh my gosh. Man, you are that's too good.
All right. Corny jokes galore.
Man.
All right. Well, that's it for the Jimmy Jams Jam It or Slam It. And this episode, we had to slam. Yeah.
Slam magic window.
All right. Hey, don't slam them so hard the windows break. Yeah.
Man, that claim I got a 50-year guarantee. For some reason, I don't believe that now. I don't believe nothing that anyone. Don't believe the commercials. Know nothing. I don't believe them.
And
After
you know what's
this,
gonna
I
happen?
don't believe anything.
Just when they think you've gone away, right? You're gonna appear and you're gonna say, "Damn it, my windows."
Right.
My windows are still messed up. I've got 1 year left on this 50-year warranty. I demand someone come out here. You've been telling me this crap for 49 years. You silly bastards. All right, Jimmy Jam, we got to get out of here, man. Man, peace, chicken grease, and send us some product ideas.
Yeah. Please do.
We
Bad and Bougie Bros. The Bad and Bougie Bros.
Well,
product
you know,
review.
we Bad and Bougie's in the family. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, you know, hey. So that's it.
All right.
See y'all.
See ya.
Peace.